I love the Netflix original series, The Santa Clarita Diet, because of its usage of two things: context and dialogue. The acting feels purposely stilted at times, and the humor comes, for the most part, directly from ordinary situations thrown into a context that is totally blown out of proportion, or vice versa. Here's an example.
Know what you're doing.
We know, Abby. We're bad at everything because we're your parents.
No, it's because prior to this, you led a mindlessly happy suburban existence which left you fundamentally unprepared to deal with the life and death decisions that now plague your every waking moment.
Jesus.
Don't listen to her.
Honestly, this video isn't going to be much aside from me recommending that you try this show. Its style of humor is right up my alley, and its recontextualization of totally mundane situations and conversations feels like a breath of fresh air to me. Hell, even its take on the whole undead thing feels right out of left field for me, and its two main characters had me hooked not long into my first time watching the show. A joke in the show can oftentimes just be a tone of delivery, or even a completely normal conversation surrounded by high stakes, and sometimes even the opposite of that. A conversation held like some normal conversation about what's missing in the fridge and what needs to be picked up from the store, but instead of those things, it's two characters cannibalizing, hiding, and disposing of corpses and barely staying under the noses of the authority, constantly slinking around, always only mere inches from pulling back the curtain to see what's really been going on. Something I've found super interesting lately is language's ability to shapeshift and mold itself into new meanings, depending on the context it's spoken in, where it's said, who it's said to, and how it's said. Small inflections or a change of location can take an entirely regular phrase, word, or conversation and give it all new meaning. And when it's used for comedy's sake, it's gold. A lot of my enjoyment of the show comes specifically from this sort of dialogue and usage of context to warp otherwise seemingly innocent words and conversations into irony. Joel and Sheila yelling at each other like they're arguing even though they agree with each other, Sheila condescendingly taking a stab at Joel's Yelp review page, but making it sound like what she's saying is actually nice, the moral ambiguity of murdering a handicapped Nazi. It really just comes down to my idiotic sense of humor, paired with my enjoyment for the ideas that words can represent beneath the surface. And at the end of the day, the show is super silly, stilted at times, and downright absurd for 90% of its runtime, and I absolutely love it. It's a shame that they stopped at the end of season 3, honestly. I'm pretty sure the show is just dead at this point, but I had a hell of a time experiencing it.